Sky Squad, we are back in the building. I am not on camera today. So, in all transparency, I've had a family emergency. So, I ended up having to leave Mexico early. I am back at home, about to head back out to go and be with my family. So, y'all just keep my family in prayer. I'll give you guys an update later. In terms of news and updates and just checking in with you guys, I am hoping that you guys are feeling a little bit better, not necessarily because of the circumstances, but that you are just choosing to find ways to fulfill yourself and to make yourself feel good. I will definitely posting I will be posting my gratitude for the day. Just give me a little bit. I literally flew in overnight, hadn't really slept, overslept just a few minutes ago, and I'm about to get back on the road. So like I said, keep my family in prayer, and I will definitely keep you guys in prayer. And in regards to the continuous evolution of this channel, there will be times when we do talk about reality TV news, but hopefully we can do so in a way that feels good and that is representative of just a better feeling vibe. As you guys know, I've been leaning towards that direction anyway, so that's pretty much where we are. So when I find something interesting like this that I can hop on real quick and talk to you guys about, I definitely will continue to do so, and give me your thoughts and opinions. I do again want to acknowledge that people may be feeling different things at this point, and it is absolutely okay. And so hopefully in this channel, you can find a balance of, interesting things that are happening in the world of television and or news, as well as, the good feeling things that we're going to be talking about as well, as in how to elevate, how to make more revenue and more money, but also how to get dual citizenship and all of that good stuff. So that will be coming soon. Stay tuned. Great interviews and stuff like that coming up next week. So we'll just continue to keep things moving as best we possibly can. And remember, this is an evolution for me, and I am still figuring it out. So each day may be something a little bit different, but I still want to also give some of the people what they want, and some of the people still want reality TV or entertainment news. So with that being said, let's talk about this. Thanks to our friends over at Mr. Housewives, Cynthia Bailey is claiming that producers forced her to accuse Phaedra Parks of dating Mr. Chocolate on Real Housewives of Atlanta season 7. Now, if you guys really go back into the archives and you look at this, and I think Cynthia has probably stated this at some time before, maybe in a different way, right? Cynthia, I think, has always maintained some level of discomfort when it came down to exposing different things about cast members. So in this, she definitely talks about this idea, not really an idea, but she alleges that it was producers who made her do this. Apparently, according to Cynthia, it was Apollo having a conversation with Peter where he brought this information up. So when it was time for them to all sit down for dinner, you guys remember that dinner, that infamous dinner where Phaedra got up and was going to act like she was about to pop Kenya Moore with that pocketbook. Y'all remember that? Well, apparently the producers were at the table, were around Cynthia, sending her text messages saying, do it now, do it now, do it now. And at the same time, it was on a teleprompter. Now, I'm wondering, now, where was the teleprompter, girl? Because I could have swore it was Phaedra and Nene and Portia who were against one of those walls. Was a producer? Well, yeah, because they're going to have to get multiple angles. So I'm sure even if they weren't necessarily behind Phaedra and Nene, I'm sure at some point she could see a teleprompter off to a side. Because remember, guys, there are many cameras, there's mics, there's booms, there's lights, a lot of things happening around the circumference of the actual scene that's playing out. So you just never know. I think what is happening for me is just shocking that Cynthia is even participating in this. So let's talk about what this show actually is. This show is called The Dark Side of Reality TV. And it's essentially a docuseries that dives into, the world of reality TV and highlights its negative impacts. And in this particular episode, Cynthia Bailey, Vicky Gunvalson, and Aviva Drescher, who was from the Real Housewives of New York, circus season, what was it, 5 through 6, I believe, because I don't think she made it past that second season, Aviva. But she was the person that slammed that artificial leg down on the table that will go down in history. Aviva specifically mentioned that her contract was insulting because she ain't really make no money. Now, we know they ain't make no money their first season. Now, Vicky talked about she ain't make $0 her first season. And then I think the next season, she only got $5,000 for the whole thing. Now, again, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Specifically, when a network doesn't know what a show is going to do and it's relatively inexpensive to film, it is highly believable that is the case. You know, the first season of the show that I did, which did not get a second season, was called Stripped. And, you know, I would never divulge the exact amount because I just feel like it's not in good taste, but it wasn't a lot. And, you know, rightly so. They didn't know what the show was going to do. They were going to have to pay for the expense of filming a bunch of different people. But, you know, there is always room for negotiations. And let me tell y'all something. I sure did. Okay. Didn't know what I was doing, but I sure did get a little high pay. Okay. Anyway, Cynthia basically says that they pressured her to confront Phaedra in the scene from season 7. All right. Cynthia claimed that Phaedra was dating someone named Mr. Chocolate at a table full of the housewives. Cynthia is now saying that she never wanted to bring it up, but the producers brought it to her. Well, the producers told her she had to, essentially. They kept texting her while she and Phaedra were sitting at the dinner table. Now, apparently when she brought it up, she said it felt awkward, and it looked awkward, okay? And she regretted raising that rumor during the season on camera. And that season, as Mr. Housewives points out, make sure you guys are following them. They have a great podcast. You know, she had been portrayed as a mean girl. So I do remember that season, Cynthia coming across a little bit more edgier than normal, okay? But that's the way it goes. And like Mr. Housewife says, I'm surprised that Cynthia is actually participating in this show, unless maybe she had already done it before she signed her contract to come back. And it's just coming out now, because it's interesting that you would expose this information while it is that we are waiting for the season to air that you have returned as a friend of, with a very strong presence, I am told, in this season. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. All right, y'all. So let's talk about this new show that Eva has with Tammy Rivera and Nivea, and another young lady that I did not know necessarily about. It's called... All right, y'all. So let's talk about this new show that Eva Marcel has out called Eat, Slay, Love. Now, let's get into the tea of it all before we talk really about what we need to talk about, okay? So Eat, Slay, Love Season 1 is essentially 4 celebrity friends take a girls' trip to Vietnam to reinvigorate themselves, find new inspiration, and celebrate a birthday. Nivea, Eva, Marcel, Tammy Rivera, and London Hughes travel through 3 regions of Vietnam, experiencing the culture and learning about one another. Okay. So when I looked this up, all right, this another piece of like a synopsis reads that Eat, Slay, Love is a 3-part unscripted series on Peacock about 4 celebrity friends who travel to Vietnam for a girls' trip. The women experience the culture, learn about each other, and heal from the heartache. So the premise is, honestly, it's gold. It's spectacular. It is honestly the exact same premise that these trips to Bali and Thailand and the upcoming trips that I have come are all about. I'm just in my mind, I'm flabbergasted right now for a whole bunch of different reasons, but I think it's brilliant, especially for Eva coming off of the success of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. I think that this is a natural next step in evolution, specifically since, number one, let's talk about a couple of things. It makes so much sense for it to be on Peacock because of the Nivea connection as well, because she was featured on the first season of Queen's Court. So they obviously loved working with her. Then next, you have Eva Marcel from Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, Real Housewives of Atlanta. She knows this format. She knows this formula. She knows what to do. It's just so brilliant. Shout out to the Jasmine brand for bringing this to my attention. I guess with all of the hype of the election and then me trying to make my getaway, I was just kind of like so surprised that this show is airing actually right now. You can watch it on Peacock. I think that this is super dope. This is what I want to see more of as we continue to move in this new direction space that I feel like a lot of us are going to have to be going in. This is the type of content that I want to see. And they're going to be in Vietnam. Now, not to toot my own horn, okay? But visiting Southeast Asian countries, okay, I think is the move for a lot of people. You see a lot of people becoming expats and moving to places like Thailand, Bangkok, and Phuket specifically, Bali, as well as we're learning now Vietnam. And I'm going to actually try to visit Cambodia while I'm over there because it's right all in the same region. This is why I'm trying to tell y'all. I mean, listen, it just, this is, things don't happen by chance or coincidence. You know, I have been receiving messages from people asking me about this trip, saying they want to go, talking about how scared they are. I hope you guys watch the show and I hope you see exactly why we doing these trips and why we going where we going. Okay. This is exactly the type of experience that we're hoping to have. And don't worry, there is lots of drama on this show. Even in the 3-part series, okay, there's some beef that occurs between, you know, Tammy and London, who actually has a British accent, ironically. So I think that this is something I'm gonna definitely watch. I have to be, like I said, in I have to go visit my family. I have some things going on, so keep my family in prayer. But while I'm doing so, I'm going to take my downtime to actually get into this show because I'm excited about it. You know, anything related to travel, I'm here for. And that was another reason for me to do this video today because I wanted to talk about something that was near and dear to my heart, motivational, and that I think that you guys need to see. Okay. And I think we're gonna start seeing more stuff like this come out of networks. I think we're going to see more people. And I got to get into who produced the show. Once I find that out, it's a wrap, baby. It is a wrap. Okay. So y'all let me know if you guys are going to watch Eat, Slay, Love. Shout out to the Jasmine brand for posting this. And I'm super excited. This was from an interview that they did with Angie Martinez. Will you be tuning in? Let us know. I think that this is also interesting coming at a space where, you know, Tammy is essentially, you know, I would wonder if maybe she's distancing herself from the Waka Flocka of it all as well, because they do get into their past issues with heartache. So we may get some more tea on, you know, what happened with Eva and her divorce, and see her in a light that is, I think, going to be super dope because not only is Eva able to do this type of show, but she's also able to go back and forth with doing, you know, the movies as well as her own show, All the Queen's Men. So this is exciting times. I'm super happy for all of them. And y'all comment down below if you're going to be watching this show. Comment down below if now you're starting to think more about hopping on our Thailand trip. I'm telling y'all, let's get it. Let's go. And if I can get some more discount codes, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to ask that question today. So if I do, hop on it. Okay. So with that being said, y'all keep me and my family in y'all prayers, and I will catch you in the next video.